Persona 5 Royal is a masterpiece. Persona 5 is already my favorite JRPG that I have ever played, and with the new additions in this definitive edition, bring that experience to new heights. The Royal Edition introduces 2 brand new confidants to the game, 1 brand new palace, and a number of changes to the experience with ace detective Goro Akechi. If you've never played a Persona game, if your only experience with Joker is from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then Persona 5 Royal is definitely the place to start. And if you're already a fan of the original, then the Royal version is an absolute must-play. Kasumi, Maruki, and Akechi definitely take the spotlight in Royal. The first few chapters play out almost exactly the same as the original, but with a handful of quality of life improvements. Spending time with confidants and maxing out their social links and relationships is now easier and more valuable than ever. Friends and allies will now frequently call you after spending time together for additional opportunities to build up friendship points. Maxing out confidant rank with party members is now especially additionally valuable, as it can unlock their second tier and now even third tier personas in battle. New additions to the game such as billiards and darts can increase friendship points with allies while also increasing the team's strength overall. Mastering billiards increases the team's overall technical damage, and mastering darts with each individual teammate increases the rewards from their baton passes. The new jazz club in the evenings also adds the ability to strengthen and imbue new abilities into your allies' personas. Once you've maxed out all your confidants, you'll quickly find yourself visiting the jazz club at almost every opportunity. Skill trees have been augmented to deliver greater value in Royal, while Kasumi and Maruki's new trees stand out as valuable additions to the game. Kasumi's Chains Hook ability is especially notable, as it augments Joker's new grappling hook to ambush shadows within palaces from a greater distance, while also inflicting ailments on the enemies at the beginning of the encounter. Maruki and Akechi have been expertly woven into the augmented narrative, but Kasumi's inclusions and exclusions are a bit clumsy at the best of times. Personas now have innate passive abilities to bring their power to even greater heights, varying from increasing damage and ailment probabilities, decreasing SP costs, and a handful of other unique and useful abilities. Collecting personas with various different passive abilities to decrease the different types of SP costs can quickly become a new favorite pastime as you endeavor to conserve resources in palaces and in mementos, all the way up until you're able to begin passing down Lucifer's Allure of Wisdom ability to various personas. It quickly stands out as one of the greatest new abilities, granting a 75% discount off of all magical attack type costs. Although I must say that the descriptions and nuances of abilities could use some greater clarification. I had to search around online to find out whether Vitality of the Tree would work with Adverse Resolve or Last Stand. I mistakenly built a Fafnir with a Will of the Sword, with the intention of using it to boost up my personas with Charge and Concentrate. I didn't realize that healing and buffing skills don't count as magic and therefore aren't affected by Allure of Wisdom. They're smaller details, but when it takes hours to transfer, pass down, and inherit skills from persona to persona to persona, then it becomes a pain when the functionalities and combos aren't clear. Persona 5 regularly encourages you to fuse, execute, and transform your personas into the next new demon of the day. And Persona 5 Royal is especially encouraging for this with the fusion alarm reminders. Defeat enough enemies and the game will initiate an alarm in the Velvet Room, an unsettling reminder to augment your arsenal of Arsens into today's latest aberrations. Fusion alarms add a variety of new value to sacrificing, fusing, and itemizing your personas. Sacrificing personas can now be done without limitation during a fusion alarm, but there's a chance that XP gains will be foregone in exchange for permanent stat boosts. Fusing personas during an alarm allows for maximum amount of skills to be passed down and inherited, with a chance of boosting or changing random new skills, and also a chance of receiving a completely unexpected persona with completely changed skills. Itemizing personas during an alarm also provides upgraded weapons and skill cards, with a chance of completely unexpected results. And I don't pass up the opportunity to trigger the once-a-day network fusion during a fusion alarm for maximum potential value. You just might want to make sure that you save first though. Fusing, itemizing, and sacrificing personas can become tremendously complex, especially with the new passive abilities introduced in Royal. It's now easier than ever to create personas with max stats, inheriting useful abilities to create rule-twisting terrors, or even taking advantage of natural immunities to create personas that can completely drain, repel, or otherwise nullify all incoming attacks. Yoshitsune used to be the most notorious offender of this, and to a certain extent there's nothing stopping you from building Yoshitsune with repel from all magic damage, with the obvious exception to Almighty. But now, with new personas like Alilat and Fafnir, it might be more enticing or notorious to build personas to drain all incoming magic damage instead, again, with the exception to Almighty. Persona 5 Royal has made it easier than ever to build your personas with all the abilities you can dream of. Now, the ease of passing down passive drain and repel abilities, as well as attack, support, and healing abilities, the most valuable personas are going to be the ones with the best natural magic nullifications and resistances, as well as the best unique moves. The first examples coming to mind are Yoshitsune, Alilat, Fafnir, and Lucifer. 2 new max rank personas also join the roster with the additions of Maruki and Kasumi, Bahumana and Maria, respectively. These are truly very worthwhile rewards for maxing out your various confidants, which is now easier than ever, with increased opportunities to spend time with your teammates and allies. Spending time with Maruki and Kasumi, as well as spending additional time with Akechi, is truly a rewarding experience in and of itself, on top of the existing experiences from Persona 5. Many of the game's best abilities can only be unlocked through increasing and unlocking confidant abilities. Many have been redone in Royal, with the most notable and valuable example being Ryo G'S Insta-Kill Ability, which is now the best way to easily gain money, items, and experience, instead of being the worst in the non-Royal version. Weaker enemies are highlighted in green using Third Eye, and they're the only ones who can be instantly defeated with Ryo G'S ability. Triggering an insta-kill instead of an ambush requires you to run through the enemy. And gaining new personas through insta-kill is still somewhat cumbersome as you attempt to add new personas to your compendium, but it's hard to complain with how much it's been improved altogether. The turn-based combat has always been tremendously engaging, and in Persona 5 Royal it's even easier to create game-breaking personas capable of easily helping you conserve enough SP to complete palaces within a single exploration, as much as possible. Ammunition now fully restocks after each battle, making it much easier to exploit weaknesses to save on SP. There are now even new unstable personas that explode with tremendous power in proportion to the amount of damage taken on the lethal blow. Existing palaces have also been augmented a bit to streamline the overall experience. All of the final encounters have been reworked with additional mechanics or phases that really add a lot of additional flavor to each villain. Each palace now also contains 3 will seeds, although they're largely hidden in previously existing areas within palaces. When all 3 will seeds are collected in unison, they combine to create powerful, equipable crystals that can be transformed into increasingly powerful ring variants by visiting Jose and Mementos. Jose is a new character introduced within Mementos that makes grinding for money, items, and experience much more rewarding in proportion to the amount of stamps and flowers you're able to collect for him. I know that sentence probably doesn't make any sense, but trust me, it is awesome. Getting multitudes of money, items, and experience makes grinding at least twice as fast as normal, if not already well faster thanks to insta-kill. The Reaper's Despair exploit during the flu season has been removed from Royal, but with the improvements to Ryo G'S Insta-Kill ability, you won't need any other method to quickly max out Joker and his team of teenage rebels. Rip in peace to the Reaper exploit. This did finally encourage me to beat the Reaper legitimately, and I have to say, I was expecting it to be a much more daunting experience than it actually was. This is effectively my 3rd time playing through this story, and I have to say, I'm hooked. The small details have only become further polished in Persona 5 Royal, and there's enough new content to justify experiencing the adventure all over again. So much in this game is just so beautiful, as always. The new assist mechanic animation, new character illustrations, new fully pre-rendered animated sequences, new voice acting, new battle music, new persona animations, new execution animations, new all-out attack animations, Easter egg menu animations, and even completely brand new showtime animations. I already love this game so freaking much, and this Royal Edition is definitely the definitive experience. Even after clocking in nearly 200 hours into Persona 5, I still easily managed to clock in an additional 100 hours in Persona 5 Royal. And that's just on my first playthrough. Or 3rd playthrough? I'm not sure anymore. And with the new trophies introduced in Persona 5 Royal, I was easily able to platinum trophy this game from a single playthrough. Admittedly, I still have to jump back to the original Persona 5 to grab 2 last trophies, and I think this has finally given me the motivation to do so. Would Royale have been better as a DLC season added onto the original game? arguably, but I honestly have no complaints. The new Game Plus now allows for you to bring over even more of your progress with you into future playthroughs. And although very welcome, I think it might be a while before I come back for a second, fourth, fifth, or whichever playthrough this is now. If you haven't already played Persona 5 and you're still not sure about playing Royal, then I'm not sure what to tell you at this point if you're not already convinced. If ever there were a JRPG to play, then there's no gold standard above Persona 5 Royal. If you're even remotely interested in this game, then it comes with the highest of recommendations from me. Please check this game out. You'll thank yourself later.